Welcome back to Conscious Wellness. Today's practice is called Grace is Hara. We're moving with Sahajoli and Vajroli mudras while flowing between reverse warrior and side angle. And the point of the day is simple. You're going to learn how to move from your actual power center, called your Hara in ancient traditions, instead of flinging your ribs or shoulders around with more chaotic movement. And what we're doing is training the Hara, the true center of gravity, the downward facing triangle of your hips stabilized over an anchored pelvic floor. Your hips form the triangle while your pelvic floor is the base. And when the base is anchored, the triangle is steady. You access the body's built-in power source, your glutes, your strongest muscle in the body. And today's sequence will teach you how to move from that center, not from your shoulders or your ego or any mental sense of control that we've built. Let's try on this engagement first. Before we move, just stand tall, align your spine, and as you inhale, soften the pelvic floor without losing your alignment. Exhale, gently lift the front of the pelvic floor and feel the triangle of your hips stabilize. Do this a couple more times, keeping the lift light, not forced. Inhale, softening the pelvis, maintaining alignment, and exhale, gently lifting the front of the pelvic floor to feel the stability. You're activating the same muscles you'd use to stop the flow of urine when you go to the bathroom. And in yoga therapy, that activation is called Sahajoli for women and Vajroli for men. Keep it engaged and shift your weight side to side to feel how this stabilizes your pelvis and allows your hips to direct your movement. This is the Hara center we maintain throughout the flow to feel more powerful in your body with more effective and efficient activation. Let us start the practice stepping into Warrior 2. Find your alignment in Warrior 2, and then on an exhale, engage the front of the pelvis and rise into Reverse Warrior to hold here. Let the hips guide the arc of the spine, gently leaning the hips forward to tilt the spine back. Take 2 breaths here and pull Sahajoli or Vajroli while in position to keep nuancing the pelvis forward. Each inhale lengthening, each exhale deepening engagement as you pulse from the pelvis with small, intelligent movements. Take an inhale to release, and on your next exhale, hold the engagement of the front of the pelvis while you transition into side angle, moving from the hips again, not the ribs, gently leaning them backward to tilt the spine forward, keeping the pelvic floor lightly anchored. Hold the side angle for 2 breaths with pulses. Each inhale, pulsing but lengthening. Each exhale, deepening the engagement to help release the breath as you pulse from the pelvis. Repeat 3 full transitions, holding engagement on exhale for the transitions and pulsing engagement for 2 breaths per pose. Reverse warrior to side angle, reverse warrior to side angle, with pulses during the holds and engagement during each transition. When you're ready, step back into mountain pose, just traditional standing, and switch sides from there, following the same pattern. Start by aligning yourself in Warrior 2, and then exhale to Reverse Warrior and allow your hips to initiate the movement before you hold for 2 breaths. Take an inhale to release, and then exhale to side angle with your hips initiating once again. Pulse for 2 breaths once you get there. Repeat the full cycle 2 more times.
Are out a little late, but it's just as well. I wouldn't mind if they had stayed, for I have danced and danced again in these same clothes. I'm tired now, my limbs are weak, but not my soul. And every single drop of rain.
Feel how each transition becomes smoother when the hips lead and the pelvic floor supports. When you're ready, return back to center. As you finish, expect a warm, centered feeling in the pelvis. Open lateral lines through the ribs and the obliques, and more stability than you're used to in your transitions. You might feel a surprising sense of calm power through the belly, and this is the Hara doing its job. There are physical and energetic benefits that come from this practice. Physically, it stabilizes the pelvic bowl, strengthening the deep core without strain, improving hip mobility and lateral spinal movement, and keeping the ribs from flaring and the lower back from collapsing. Energetically, this grounds your emotional energy and builds discipline without tension, centering your awareness in the lower body, and it teaches movement through presence rather than performance. In traditional yogic teaching, Sahajoli and Vajroli mudras were used to refine and direct energy in the pelvic region, not for shock value, but for stability, clarity, and mastery of inner movement. And in martial arts, the Hara Center is your seat of power, the place you strike from, balance from, breathe from, and live from. There are different lineages, but the same truth applies. That power starts in the pelvis. Thank you for practicing this. See you tomorrow.